Hey guys, so this morning I decided to go to my shelves and just pick off all the books that I have not read, all my classics that I have not read. So I'm up to 17 that I own. I'm surprised I have this many classics because I typically read my classics. So Dickens, we're gonna start off. I have read 9 Dickens. I thought it was 10, but it's only 9. I also own 3 unread Dickens, and these are the ones that I haven't read. And if you look on these two, I have sticky because I had started them. I just did not get into them and deep enough to really, I think maybe 50 pages is, what are we at here? 100 page in this one. And this one I got 47 pages. Now this one, I believe it's his first. And this is why I wanted to get into this, which is Pickwick Papers. I really wanted to get into this, but then it was like, it wasn't at the time. It just didn't happen. And then this one, I mean, I got 100 pages in this one. Yeah. I need to get back to this one because I heard this one is really, really good. But the beginning was just not giving me enough to start off where I could say, yeah. But knowing that it's been a while since I picked this up, it's definitely been over a year, I will just start over. Same thing with this one. And then this one is his historical fiction. Now, when Dickens has a historical fiction, I'm like, what? And then to think, okay, this is like 1800. I think 1780. So, and again, this is given mystery, suspense. So I'm thinking March Missing Madness is next month. That maybe I should just do this. Bondful of the Rouge. So I should do this. So I think this is what I'm going to start off with out of the 3. Just do this one because of the whole mystery suspense and see how that pans out for March. So that's some go. And plus it's not as chunky as Don't Be a Son. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to put this one to the side. All right. So also for the other classics, these are Elizabeth Gaskell. So I have 2 of her books. So I have Sylvia's Lovers, and then we have Cranford. Now I wanted to read this in October of last year. Never got to it, but we're gonna figure this out because I want to read this and do the series, so the book to movie adaptation situation. But then just giving me, only because I know how she writes and I find that I get entertained, that I'm like, Silver Lovers. Oh. So it said, a compelling tale of an ordinary girl's tragic passion for a man who disappears. See, this sound like I might really be up in this one too. So we'll see. I might do like read a chapter kind of deal and see which one, draw me in first. But I don't know. Elizabeth Lovers, Sylvia's Lovers is a strong possibility. Then I have a short story collection. This is Penguin's book of Japanese short story. And I always want to get to this and I have not, because I always want to try and get into Japanese literature. But I find that it's intimidating sometimes. Like I feel like it's just going to go over my head with some of it. So that's probably why I didn't crack this open, but I need to. So we'll see. All right, let's get into some more classic stuff. All right, so then we have George Eliot. I have Middlemarch. I have been wanting to get into this, but I have no idea what it's about. Like, I literally picked this up because it's one of those classics that everybody said you should read. And yeah, I so I'm not sure if this is gonna be a this year situation. It might be, but I just feel like this might sit on my shelf for a little longer. We're gonna see. But if this is one of those that you loved, let me know in the comment. Then I picked up 2 books this month only because I was watching Leo's top 10 and he had some classics on there. And then of course Dee Dee always talk about this particular author. So I'm gonna read my first, Emile Zola. Yes. We're gonna start with her first book in the series. We're gonna start. I want to get on that train with everybody. I want to be like, yeah, I've read one of his books. Sorry, I keep thinking it's a girl, it's a guy. It is French literature. It is translated. So, but we're gonna read the first one. Yeah, we're gonna get into some Zola. So yes, Dee and Leo, I'm enjoying the crew. Then Leo also had his author. I've never heard of this. This is Margaret Oliphant. I've never heard of Miss Marjoribanks. I've never heard of this author or the book, but it was on his top 10, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. One, give me more classic authors to add to my list, and I like a little interesting tale of look, it just looks like some high society. Look at the cover, guys. Look at the cover. Look at the cover. It's like some high society mess. And I have not really read the back of this. I'm looking at it now. That it looks like it's going to be really good. Again, it's one on blind read. Alright. Let's get into some Harlem Renaissance. So I picked one of the Harlem Renaissance that I'm going to be reading it up for Black History Month. So we already got that out of the way. So let's get to some more. Lord, I was a little organized. Alright, so Claude McKay. You guys know the only reason why I have not read these books. Absolutely the only reason why I have not read this book is the font. I don't like the font. I feel like my eyes are just like screaming. And I'm hoping to get some new edition of this book if they're out. I have not checked. I did check years ago when I was attempting to read these if they had the ebooks, and the ebook felt like they took the same font from these books, copied the page and put them on ebook. So it was just like, are you kidding me? I just don't like the font in this book. I despise the font in these books. Like, I felt like this is a first edition book and they never updated the font. It's just, I don't. So I'm trying to figure these out. These out. If I can get another edition, these will definitely get read, because this is my kind of book. And I love Claude McKay's work, and I need to get into these. Alright, so then we do have another short story collection. This is Lansing Hughes, and again, should be, I'm not even sure why I still have this, why I haven't read this yet. These are short story collection. This is like easy for me because I love getting to short story. I find that I read them quickly because, you know, it's not like a long drawn out story. It's like, okay, we got to this short story, let's get to another one, that kind of deal. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this year, but I think I need to get this off my TBR. I need to get this off the unread list, and so it could be with the rest of them that I've read. And then this one is a nonfiction by Zora Neale Hurst. I feel like I'm gonna read it. It's talking about voodoo and life in Haiti and Jamaica. So it just looks like it's gonna be a little cray. But I wanna read it. All right. So then we have one more Caribbean book that is modern classic, and this one was published back in the 1930s. And it's coming of age story, and it's set in Barbados, and this is in the cast of My Skin, George Lamond. I think he died maybe 2 years ago, but I want to read this. It's been on my shelf way too long. I need to get into this year, and it's Caribbean, so I can always have that on my list of Caribbean books. I have two more, and then we have this. Y'all know why this was not read yet. Why I'm not jumping to read this, because this book was published with 2 freaking chapters missing. Why would you do that? But it's 2 chapters missing out of here, and I don't know if it's going to be significant enough where I'm going to like dislike the book because of that reason. This is why I just not haven't read it, but I need to just get it over with. It is short, and then just talk about whether or not those 2 chapters really was that significant. We'll see. And then of course Daphne Du More. I have not read Jamaica Inn. It is a mystery book, and I need to, and I'm thinking I'm gonna probably add this to my March Mystery Madness, and with the Dickens, which is also a mystery book, but it's historical fiction, but history. But what am I saying? Historical fiction, but it's also a suspense mystery kind of deal. So I want to get into it. So I might put this back on my TBR for March Mystery Matters. I have not made my TBR because we just in January, but I'm thinking about it. So this might be on the list. And these are all the books, guys. All the books that I own, that I have not read, that I need to read, and we're figuring it out. Let me know any of these are like your favorite that you would say, ooh, read that, you're gonna really like it. You guys know I like the shenanigans in classics, and I get very entertained with some of the things, especially the customs and things that they do, and I love women who are bitches in these classics. Yes, I do. So we'll see about that. And yeah, and that's my TBR, my unread list, and we're gonna see and pick from these for this year. And I'm hoping not to buy any new ones. I might buy another Zola. Say if I like the first one and I want to continue with the series, I might get her, but I think I'm gonna not buy unless I've read at least half of these. Ooh, that's gonna be a challenge. I have to read a couple of these before I add any more to my list. And that's what I'm going to tell myself. Yeah. Unless it's from the jar. Right, right? Alright, guys. See you guys in the next one. And have a good day. Bye.